Hey everyone, how are y'all doing? Okay, so before I get started, everything I say in this video is my opinion and mine alone. Please feel free to do your own research, come to your own conclusions. Please do not attack or harass anybody mentioned in this video. It is not worth your time and it's not worth anybody else's. Can you please hit the like button, share, subscribe, and leave a comment down below to let me know what you think. Okay, so let's talk about Radiantbritt for a moment. We're all very aware that Radiantbritt has no line in the sand. She has no sort of filter. Recently, in today's video, she was being called out for saying a spade for a spade. Now, we all know that Radiantbritt despises the Dorothy Dozen. And if I say that name's wrong, I'm really, really sorry. And the other person that she really despises is Aunt Lauren, who she's accused of being in jail. When one of the children asked if Aunt Lauren had a family. Now, I don't believe for 1 second that Aunt Lauren went to jail. And we know that Radiantbritt has an issue with other people having parasocial relationships. A parasocial relationship is when one person is more committed to a relationship than the other. And typically happens online. Now, I don't believe this is the case with Alicia and Aunt Lauren. It seems to be a two-way mutual relationship, friendship, whatever you want to call it. But as I said, Radiantbritt has this issue with parasocial relationships. She also has an issue with telling people how to spend their money and what they should or shouldn't feed their children. Now this really, really gets me wound up, because it is not my business what Alicia is feeding her 12 children. At the end of the day, if they're being fed, that's great, that's brilliant. If they're 16 and 3 stone, then there's an issue. I couldn't look after 12 children if my life depended on it. It would be, I can't do this. And I would walk away. But Radiantbritt said something about a spade being a spade, and she had some comeback about it, understandably. The language we use today to the language we used 10, 20 years ago, we have slowly but surely become better people, I would like to think. So after that, Radiantbritt went into TikTok filters and online bullying. She kind of went over some kid taking their own lives or something. She didn't want to go into any details. She said people wouldn't know what she was talking about, but honestly, I got no idea. But while talking about bullying, she comes with a saying, "Sticks and stones will break my bones, but names will never hurt me." And she passed over that like that was acceptable. I'm going to say something about that. That saying, "Sticks and stones will break my bones, but names will never hurt me," needs to never be said again. Ever. Because names can hurt you. Words can hurt you. And they can do damage, not only in that moment, but in the weeks, the months, and the years. If you've been bullied, you understand that. Now, Britt says that she was bullied in school. But if you can't see that what you just said there was an issue, I don't know what to say. Britt talks about TikTok filters and the ones that are supposed to make you look younger, skin tighter, lifted eyebrows. All the things that start to go south as you go older. But she talks about these filters as if they're a new thing, when in reality, before we had filters, we had photoshopping, where you could take a few inches off there or a little millimetre off there, erase that bit there, cover over a pimple. From as far back as when page 3 models started, or any kind of modelling in a magazine or a paper or a catalogue, however you want to look at it. This is nothing but evolution. It started off in pictures, then we got the internet, and they became more and more and more. Every time getting a step nearer to making you look like somebody you're not. So to sit here and say that they need to put something on the screen to say this person's using a filter, 9 times out of 10, people are using filters. I don't see the point in them. They are not going to fix my teeth that I lost through illness. Yeah, they might change the way I look to you on the internet, but people who know me are going to look at those pictures and say, that's not you. So I don't see the point. But other people like it, and that's on them. That's for them to say when the enough is enough, and them to make that decision. If somebody wants to put 30 filters on one picture, I'm not going to tell that person they can't. One moment. The downside of medication, you need to constantly be drinking fluids. But when it comes to these social media filters, I just don't think there needs to be a big issue over it. I think the bigger the issue you make over it, the bigger the issue it becomes. But that's just my opinion. Anyways, with that being done, one last thing. Have you been watching the absolute S show of the beauty community lately? We've had Michaela with the false lashes, and she still hasn't said anything about it. And honestly, I don't think she will at this point. I honestly don't think she will. And then you've got the Maybelline 24 Superstay 24 hours. Now, a couple of people have used this, and they've said it's the best thing yet. It's like putting a mask over your skin. So full coverage that if you put it on half your face, it will look like your faces look two different people. But then you've got other people who've bought this foundation powder, and they're wondering what they're doing wrong. But the Michaela thing with the eyelashes, honestly, I laughed, because I don't trust beauty influencers. If they need money, they would probably sell their souls. I used to trust Nikki Tutorials, and then I seen her using the Maybelline 24 Hours, and she also made it look like a mask of one side of her face. I guess when people are put in a position that they have to either lie or be forced to tell the truth, then that's the point we need to stop trusting them. And that sucks. That really sucks. So the question is, do you trust the beauty community? If yes, great. If no, tell me why. What is it about the beauty community that you don't trust? Or if you want to tell me that you do trust them and why. Either way, that is okay. So with that, I'm going to say goodnight. I hope you have an amazing day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.